G'day guys, Steve with Broken Sprocket. In this video I'm going to be installing a nice little tidy tail and LED indicators to the DRZ400. I don't really like the giant setup that it comes with from factory, and I like this kind of small little thing much better. They're also LED compared to the big old globes, so it should look nice and perform well. Well, let's get started. So we'll have a closer look here. We're going to be putting this little license plate holder, indicators, stop light to replace this huge setup that's on the back of the DRZ here. It also protrudes quite a lot out the back, whereas this one here will sit underneath the fender, which will look a lot better. We're also going to replace these huge indicators here with these tiny little LED ones. They'll just sit in there nice, because these ones here, well, they'd look more at home on the old Land Cruiser, I think, than on the DRZ. So these nice little ones here will fit nice and look good. Now, because I'm going from a normal light globe to LEDs, I also have to add these resistors. Otherwise the indicators will flash really fast, because the LED doesn't have enough resistance in it to clue the flash can on to say that it doesn't have a blown globe or something. I'll give you a little example on what it is on this broken indicator, which just has lights on it. Okay, you can see the standard indicator is flashing at a normal rate. That's because it's not broken, whereas you can see this indicator here is actually broken and it's only got the wires exposed. So if I put this LED indicator straight onto this, it will flash incorrectly. I'll just give a quick example. Okay, I'll give a quick example. I'll just quickly hook these wires to this, and you'll see how it's flashing too fast. That's because the flash can thinks it's got a blown globe, because the LED doesn't need enough power to make the resistance. So you need to add those resistors so it will flash at a normal rate. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull the bike apart so I can get access to all the wiring that I need, and I will see you back when all this is pulled down. Okay, I've got this pulled off now, and the wires run up here and they just simply plug into about here on this. But the wires for the new piece here are nowhere near the same length as the original ones, so they're not going to make it. So I'm going to use the wiring for the original, because I want to keep these original plugs and not interfere with the main harness, because you don't want to damage your main harness. It's better off to ruin this, which is replaceable, and I'm replacing it anyway with the LED gear. So I'm going to put the resistors somewhere in here, just under the seat, and I'm just going to cable tie them to the frame, and so I can run the wiring from the resistors back up into this plug area, and then run new wires all the way to the back where the little tail light thing will be sitting on the back here. I'm also going to remove this helmet thing here, because I don't think I'll ever use it, and it's not really necessary for me. So all of this here is replacing all of this here. These huge indicators in this massive tail section. Okay, I've got one of the resistors wired up, and I've just simply cable tied it to this section of the frame where it's out of the way and not interrupting with anything. Now my indicators need to plug into these two plugs here, but as you can see, the indicator wires are well short, so I'm going to have to extend those indicator wires so that they can reach over to here. So I've got one done. I'll do the next one, and then I will extend these wires to reach each one. Okay, I've got all the wires sorted out now for the indicators. They're done. I'm going to use some of this cable insulator to make it all neat at the end. I've just got to join these wires now to the tail light for the brake light and the number plate light, and then that will be it. Okay, I've got the resistors each side for the indicators, and then the factory wiring that was for the tail light follows along the way it did from factory to the rear of the bike. So we'll put the rest of the bike together now and have a look at how good it looks. Well, here it is, the finished product. The lights flash at a normal pace. Brake light works. And we have the small little indicators on the front of the bike, which look much better than those ones that should be on my Land Cruiser. So I'm quite happy with the look of the bike now, especially at the back. It all just tucks in nice and neat. Nothing sticking out here anymore or down here. It's all really nice. So that's it for this video, guys. I like the way that the bike's turned out. If you like this kind of thing, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.